Welcome back to my channel. We're doing chunky glitter application today using dip liquids. So I'm just going to go right in, right? I like to lay my nail flat on the glitter. I find it easiest using like a cupcake liner or just a bigger tray than the dip container. That way you have a little bit more surface area to, fully rest your nail. Then I'm going to go in with a precision tool and fine tune the glitters, make sure that they're laying flat, or if there's anything hanging off the edges, I'm going to go ahead and scrape those off. If this lay flat method doesn't work for you on the first go, you can also just do a regular dip to get just the fine glitters and clear powders, because usually glitters have clear in them as like a filler. So you can just do a regular dip to get a foundation of that color, and then in your second dip you could lay flat to get the chunkies on it, and I call them chunkies. I know I did a video like that once. So I patted them down, and now a scrubby brush like this is going to be your best friend. Reason being because it gets all the loose stuff off of your nail. So the less crowded your nail is, the easier the second dip is going to be. And I hit my cupcake liner there. It happens. So I reapplied my base and I went back in, laying my nail flat on the glitter, and now I'm going to go back in with my precision tool, get around the cuticle line, and kind of push those glitters into place. That is a really big thing about chunky glitters. It's not going to look perfect once you take your finger out of the dip. Usually you kind of gotta play around with it and fix where the glitters are. So there I dipped my finger into the dip, into the powder, so that I had something on my finger, not just going on my bare skin. I also find that this helps because if you get any base, and then you can kind of leave a fingerprint on some of the glitters, and if you have a good clear, you're gonna see those fingerprint marks on the glitter. So I don't know, maybe that's just me being like super nitpicky, I guess would be the word. But yeah, so I try and do that, or you can take a plastic baggie and use a plastic baggie. That works too. So just pressing them down tight to the nail. All right, again, our dear friend, the scrub brush. I like to just make sure though that it is completely dry, because obviously if it's not completely dry, you're gonna scrub off a lot of your glitter. So I just give it a little time. So this is my favorite clear. It is literally crystal clear. So I just go in, I apply a nice generous layer of base. Make sure to, get in any crevices that you have formed. And then I'm going to scrub, scrub, scrub. So once it's dry, you want to scrub the clear, because a lot of the time if your clear is not looking clear, it's because there's excess powder on there and it's going to kind of look a little cloudy. So if you scrub it well, you get off all that excess powder and you're going to have a really crystal clear layer. So I'm going to do a second coat, because sometimes just one coat of clear is not enough, and that's okay. And now I'm going to activate. I tend to use more activator on nails with the glitter than nails without, only because there's a lot of layers there and we want it to be nice and hard when we file it, because there's nothing more annoying than filing off the clear if it's not completely dry. So I didn't film my file process, but here is the, filed result. Going to go in with another coat of activator before we go ahead and do our top coat. So just let the activator dry. Sometimes I wipe it off with a paper towel just to make sure there's not a lot of residual activator maybe on my skin, or if it's still maybe a little wet on the nail. Everyone has like their own little way of doing activator and then top coat, but I have to say I've been playing around with a few different ways and all of them have been working. So and this top coat is incredible because I've never had issues with any contamination or any brush hardening. It just always works for me so well. So I'm going in there and I always just wipe my brush off after that first pass over. But yeah, so look at that sparkle. Ugh. Doing chunky glitter is so much fun, guys. If you don't do it, if you're a little intimidated by it, I really recommend that you just try it and be patient. Because it can be so beautiful at the end if you're just willing to see the process through. Okay, and we let our top coat dry for just about 2 minutes and we're done. So if you guys learned something here, or if you're going to give a chunky glitter mani a try, tag me in it. I'd love to hear how it goes for you. Thanks so much for watching, everyone.